San Antonio Democrats continue their troubling track record of special elections. San Antonio ISD weighs multiple partnerships to run its schools. And New Braunfels retailers are sued for paying employees in gift cards and fabric. This is your Express Briefing podcast for Thursday, February 14th. Subscribe to this and other free content at expressnews.com/podcasts. And get each day's top news and sports headlines delivered to your inbox at expressnews.com/newsletters. Republican Fred Braunfels' strong performance in Tuesday's special election was just the latest in a trend of disappointing outcomes for San Antonio Democrats in off-cycle contests, with Democrats losing the last three of off-cycle races in San Antonio, each of which occurred in traditional party strongholds. Electoral history and district demographics have not protected Democrats in runoffs over the last few years, and that was seen Tuesday as the lone Republican running for Texas House District 125 rode consolidated GOP support to a runaway first-place finish of about 38% of the vote, for a seat Democrats have previously controlled for decades. Former Democratic City Councilman Ray Lopez came in second with just under 20% of the vote to earn a spot in the runoff election, narrowly edging out third-place finisher and fellow Democrat Coda Rayo Garza by just 22 votes. But despite the easy Republican first-place finish, Democratic Party officials and Lopez's campaign remain adamant that they are in a position to win the runoff and keep the seat, as the four Democrats on the ballot combined for more than 60% of the vote. The runoff election, held when no candidate reaches 50%, will likely occur in mid-March. Governor Greg Abbott will decide its date after he and county officials certify the election results. Attracted by the prospect of more autonomy and better state funding under a new law that occasionally has led to controversy, principals of as many as 10 campuses in the San Antonio Independent School District are considering partnerships with outside organizations. The list includes the district's well-regarded all-girls school, the not-yet-opened CAST Med School, and some with existing international baccalaureate programs. Taking effect last year, Senate Bill 1882 allows schools to contract their operations out to nonprofit organizations, charter school networks, higher education institutions, or government agencies, with partner orgs controlling staffing, curriculum, and other campus-level decisions, while still remaining academically and financially accountable to school districts. Several SAISD schools are now surveying staff and parents to gauge their support for partnerships, and administrators say none of the new partnerships would be modeled on the most controversial district deal with New York-based charter network Democracy Prep Public Schools, which over the protest of teachers and others last year took over Stewart Elementary School. Those who now teach at Stewart are Democracy Prep employees without SAISD contracts, and a turnaround partnership to secure 2 more years to meet Texas accountability standards for the low-performing school that had faced the prospect of state-mandated closure. Partnerships under SB 1882 can be a lucrative way to draw more state funding, and the deals also offer attractive freedoms to partnership schools that can seek autonomy in a number of areas. SAISD was one of the first districts to take advantage of the law, forming operating agreements for the current year at 5 of its campuses. And New Braunfels quilting and sewing supply retailers are in a bind with the U.S. Department of Labor for allegedly paying some of their employees in gift cards to the stores, with the federal government alleging Quilt House and Way to Sew even paid some workers with fabric. In a lawsuit filed this week, the Labor Department seeks unpaid wages and financial damages from the two businesses and their owner for allegedly violating federal minimum wage and overtime laws, identifying 6 employees who are due compensation. The lawsuit alleges the retailers deemed the employees volunteers and paid them in gift cards that can only be used in the 2 stores. The businesses are also accused of failing to track the hours worked each day and total hours worked each week by their employees. And that's your daily San Antonio Express briefing for Thursday, February 14th. Subscribe to this and other free content at expressnews.com/podcasts.